getting ready to scoop out food to take outside. Marty and Stripe were at the door first thing this morning, and inside like usual. I've done my important computer things. I have to keep things moving on the video content so I can work with it. And Marty wants to go back out now. Stripe might come, he might wait. Be out in a few minutes. And this one also is ready for some breakfast. There's food down. He just wants different food. Don't you? Hi, bud. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Hi, sweet boy. Hi. Okay, let me get busy. Because showing everybody how handsome you are and letting them hear you meow at me isn't getting your food done any quicker. Alright, let's see if Tux goes up the steps. Good morning, buddy. I am so glad you are back up on a go straight up the stairs kind of a regimen here. We don't have a lot of chicken this morning, only enough for Gray, so there's some fancy feast on top of the Friskies there. I had a partial can, and Morris apparently really wants that. Good morning, Morris. Good morning. Let Tux get in there and get something. I don't know what the current temp is, but it was 62 when I got up, and it feels really nice out here. Don and I are going to go walk, and we've got multiple errands to do. So, while I run my mouth, I'm just showing you plants. I think this coleus here turned out really beautiful. How it cascaded out of the pot and down sort of toward the ground. The reason why I like coleus so much is because it handles the shade. It's not a flower per se. Well, it does put up these little spikes, but it, you know, it's got a lot of color and eye interest, I think, considering that it's not, you know, an actual flower. I trimmed a couple maple leaf branches yesterday. I always stick them in pots. If they start to grow, great, and if they die, then I just pull the sticks out later on. I've gotten lucky a time or two. And you can see the coleus down here that I just stuck in the pot is doing great. I suspect, though, that it won't have time to, you know, do a whole lot before first frost, but it'll grow a little bit. This, oak leaf hydrangea, you know, I kept the deer from hitting it this year, but it didn't bloom for me, which is a little bit of a disappointment. Maybe if I can keep the deer off of it 2 years in a row, it'll have a bloom. That would be nice. You gonna walk with me, Stripe? That's nice, but gotta come rub my legs. I really have trained myself out here in the yard to not freak out if something comes up behind me and rubs my leg, because it's always just Stripe. And the berries on the beauty berry are looking really pretty. Really nice. Although I had several thousand little beautyberry bushes over here in the side yard this year that I had to either pull or mow over. So I'm thinking about cutting it back sooner than later this year. It's a great food for the birds if they care about it. And if the winters here are mild and they're just eating bugs and other stuff is still available, then they're not desperate for the berries. Here's the liriope. Again, it's not that I love it, it's just that I want it to help with soil erosion. Because the water just wants to come down the hill and go toward my Japonica camellia over there. And I'd prefer it not do that. So, yeah, the stuff we planted before is really doubled, tripled in size. And it's got the little purple grape spike flowers coming out on it, and it's looking really good. Hey, bud. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Yeah, everything else over here is looking good. The dogwood tree we planted, and the Buckeye tree. There's one here and there's one over there, and they're both still doing well. So, alrighty. Only thing in the yard, I told Dawn, the only maple tree, and it looks plenty healthy, but this is a ghost dancer, and it's supposed to have a strong variegation, which is why we moved it from a probably too sunny spot over here. But I'm not seeing any variegation. I have this suspicion that it's lost its variegation, so I'd be really interested next spring. We did fertilize it one time, but not a lot, which I have learned is not good to do with the variegated varieties. It's the only ghost. You know, I've got lace leaf, moon, ghost, several other varieties in the yard, and variegated needs afternoon shade and no fertilizer, or it'll lose its variegation. So we'll see. We'll be watching it next year. Uh-oh. I get limbs down all the time and stuff. Let me move this. He's going to get startled for a minute. Take it back through here and throw it out of our way. Well, hopefully he's enjoying his walkabout with Mom this morning. Got water, plenty of water in the creek right now. And plenty of little pieces of stilt grass out here in the woods, although Dawn went through here and did a really great job of re-tidying up this area the other day. But I'm pulling a few pieces. I can't walk past them and leave them. I just can't do it. So if you want to keep it maintained, you got to keep on. But yeah, Don came in here and did quite a bit. He threw it down into the creek over here, which is fine. But there's a good bit of water. A good bit of water. Yeah, stripes in just around the corner of the ditch area over there. And I'll come to this spot too super often. Every once in a while. Okay, I guess I've prolonged refreshing the water bowls long enough. I really wasn't trying to prolong it. I was just enjoying stripe and the walk. The bald cypress tree looks good. There's the super bright pumpkin flag I chose for down here. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of water down there right now. But because Don threw some of the stilt grass into the creek, it looks a little... It's harder to see on video. I would have thrown it in the creek too. It's fine. We have a lot of spiders coming out this time of year. It's really hard to walk. You probably can't see him, but he's climbing. There's a lot of spider webs this time of year. I guess they're working down on the sewer project. It's going on 10 o'clock, so they didn't get started that early. Come on, Tux. Mama's sitting in the give you attention position. Oh! I told him I'd be here waiting for him.
Oh, it's great. Nice and cool today.
Been a while since he's been on his unicycle on video.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much riding I'm not every day because I don't have to water every day. But this is definitely a watering tool. If I didn't have the unicycle, I probably wouldn't be so willing to go out.
Aw. Well, yeah, I mean, the whole reason why we set it up where it was no big deal at the mailbox is because you just zip on down there with that. And yep. Yeah, so here's the flowers on the coleus, and they're all pretty much got this purple color to them. The hummingbirds are headed home for the year. We're headed back to South America. And the last 2 mornings, although not yet today, they've been over here on this one. Yeah, I was going to say, I've also seen the hummer over here on this coleus spike. I guess I'm happy with the 2 varieties I planted over here this year. Actually, there's 3. This is one, this is one, and this is one. Because it gets so darn tall, they're able to, and they're in a pot, so they're able to be up amongst the ferns. So yeah, I like that there. I did notice that this pot from Mr. Ball, the grass in the top of it has, you know, the seed things now. It looks pretty. I didn't ask Don if I missed anything that I would have wanted to buy at Mr. Ball's yesterday. I'll ask him in a way that he has to, you know, answer honest. Nice and good and sunny today. Totally sunny. Beautiful blue sky. I said we had a lot of errands to do today, right? We're gonna walk and we got errands to do. When Amazon returned batteries to the appropriate place at the landfill, and get some packages off Michelle's front porch, and I want to go into Target and look for Lego minifigures. We got errands. Good morning. Hi there. Hi. Hello. There you go, sweetheart. How are you today? You good? That's my sweet girl. Boy, was she cuddly during video editing time yesterday. Just a cuddle bug, cuddle bug, cuddle bug. I'm sorry, Gray. I'll encourage her to go back out. I didn't get the door shut quick enough, and she followed me. So I washed all of our jackets in the past couple of days. I had piled them up in Johnny's room. And I took everything off, and then I put everything back on, and hopefully we're ready for jacket season. What happens is at the end of the winter, you know, you quit wearing it the day you don't need it anymore, and then it sits there the whole summer, and I just wanted to freshen everything up, because a couple of those we wear when we exercise, and anyway, it's better for now until we start actually wearing them. It looks, you know, it looks good. All right, we're pulling out of our neighborhood on the way to walk and run our errands, and we have 2 very large trees being taken down over here, which were over top of this house. I guess if you're gonna re-side the whole thing and make it look great, then you don't want a tree towering over the house. Kind of a shame to lose the shade though, but you know, hey, people's got ideas about trees.
Well, it is a pine tree, and they don't do great shade.
True. And they also, all the pine needles and stuff are a little hard to manage, maybe.
We might also improve the parking situation. They could probably stand to do that a little bit there.
Yeah, maybe they'll leave the 2 pines closer to the street.
And them boys, I've heard them over here this morning too.
Yeah, it's been loud this morning.
Yeah.
So relaxing outside in the yard in the morning with all that noise.
Yeah.
There's another Facebook post today about the traffic problems with the new middle school and how frustrated the people are that live down Bowling Road, the dead-end street, that they can't come and go when the school is in the mornings and the afternoon, and they're super frustrated. And I don't blame them, because everyone that looked at the situation over there in advance knew it was going to be a nightmare, and they did nothing about it, and they opened the school anyway, or planned the school in that spot anyway. So if I owned the property over there, I would be more frustrated. We have options to come through here and ignore, you know, avoid that at the wrong times of the day. We have options. The people down Bowling Road, because it's a dead-end road, they don't have any options. On a similar topic, and I'll circle back around to the carpool line, or you'll see how it ties in. There was a post yesterday by a parent that's like, you know, Wake County doesn't have enough bus drivers, and there are days when my child's route doesn't have a bus driver, and on the days when my child's route doesn't have a bus driver, nobody else drives the bus doesn't come. My child has no bus transportation to school. My child's already missed 3 or 4 days of school this year. It was like this last year. It's a huge impact on our family. I don't have a vehicle. I can just hop in the car and take my kid over to the school. So my kid is missing school. And so what's happened as a side effect of that is those that can do. So if you've got a car and you have the luxury of going into work late or getting out early or not working or working part-time or whatever, or sharing maybe with another family where some weeks you handle it, some weeks somebody else, or different days of the week, you don't use the bus anymore. So a lot of the buses are running at lower than full capacity because so many parents are taking the kids themselves. Like Vance Elementary, where the boys went, had 600 students and 300 of them were in the carpool line. Over 300. So they had no way to manage all of those cars. And you know, you saw when I was driving back and forth to downtown Raleigh, and that's not a public school. That's either a charter school or a private school. Magnet school or something, but I think it's just a Christian academy. I think it's a public school over there that spilled over onto the lane of traffic in 401. And those parents, they don't care. They are going to stay in that carpool lane no matter what at the time for their kid, whether it blocks traffic on US 401 or not. They don't care. And I'm sure that, because I'm just saying, I've seen that attitude. Like when I would pick up Johnny from St. Augustine's, I was coming late on purpose. And why was I doing that? So they wouldn't let us into the loop until dismissal. And if you got there too early, you could be out on the main street there on Oakwood Avenue. You couldn't get into the loop. The loop was full. So I just waited until the loop had enough. I knew I would arrive at a time that the loop had enough space for my car to get fully onto campus and not be in anybody's way. I didn't want to be left out there on Oakwood Avenue, because by the time the car circled around, the time I get there, I was picking up Johnny at the same time. But I don't know, maybe everybody else doesn't do the math like that, or doesn't think about not blocking the road, or I don't know. It's just a complete mess here. So the kids that really need the bus, they're not even getting the bus. And then the bus system not being reliable has caused even more parents to start carpool or start taking their kids. And then the more parents that take their kids, the more roads we have blocked in the morning and the afternoon. You know, and this is a new school, so why not one more lane down that long road leading up to the school to handle the carpool traffic? Because they've got all that property out there, that really long road, and it's still not enough because there's that many kids. So anyway, like I said, I've been a carpool parent, and I have traveled past schools where my kid wasn't, that roads were blocked, and it's just a mess. We're here at Bass Lake. We haven't been here in a while, but now that it's nicer weather for walking, we'll be walkable. Yeah. And the reason why we don't come here more is it's a fairly forced long walk with a hill no matter what. I guess. I don't know.
Well, it's the distance.
Yeah, well, I said long. Yeah.
Yeah, I know I meant as in to get here by car. I mean, it adds a... If you come on a weekend, the parking's tough. I mean, there's just
parking.
A lot of different reasons. This is not the super convenient place. It's not bad. It's just an effort to get here.
Yeah, this park doesn't have good parking. It has 2 parking lots, and neither one of them is good. Yeah. We parked next to a white S, a young couple loading up their dog, getting ready to head out. But
yeah, the other reason is just the length of the lap. One lap is probably, well, actually with us for our walk right now, it'll probably be good enough. But it's a little short or a little long. By the time we go out and back, that's like a lot.
Right, I think.
I want to walk.
Right, I think what Don is trying to say is 1 lap is not enough and 2 is too many, and there's no good way to really split it up. We've either got to walk over to the boathouse and turn around and come back the way we came, which gets us 2 nice views of the lake. Right. or we've got to go out by the road and come up this horrible hill. So, yeah. But generally it's cool in the summer and all. I don't know. I like it over here. We just don't come over a lot. There's other parks that have the same bang for the buck. Well, there's a deer just, you know. Hi. Hi. I guess people just don't concern you. You've been around too many people, obviously. But it checks off the it checks off the box of you get to see the water a lot during your walk. It's not just through the boring woods. There's lots of interest with the lake. It checks that box off. And they have done things to make it easier to make it a loop, because back in the day you couldn't loop at all without totally going out on the street.
Yes.
To do it. So they did make it so that it is a full trail all the way around. You can go out on you can go out on the bridge with a clear, wide cement sidewalk. It's a lot safer to go all the way around now. And
I forgot that, because you know we've been coming here for it's been here a long time.
Yeah.
And the early few times we came early on, it was you had to go out on the road.
Yeah, I would call it a disaster early on. So they've made improvements. But see, this is really pretty. And today with the temps around 70 right now over here in the shade, it feels awesome. I really would like to come over here and canoe before the season ends. I won't show Don rolling his eyes, which I'm sure behind me he's probably doing, but
that's probably accurate.
But he will come out here and canoe with me if I give him the look. So it's not fair. I haven't been in the water or on the water not once the entire summer. It feels not like summer to me.
Not a goal for me.
Yeah, well, swimming and kayaking or canoeing are things that I love to do. So, because you know, a lot of times we've gone to the water park around Johnny's birthday and we didn't do that this year. It's just too hard to get all these older kids together to do that anymore. And anyway, I miss the water. Not enough though to go sign myself up for Club Works pool.
Competitive, I guess.
Oh, you got that big stick.
We've been down here doing this for half an hour already.
Kitten, go out there and swim with him.
Hi, buddy.
Swim with him.
He said, that's my favorite thing to do.
All that water, yay, the big shake. The big shake.
And he loves to chew both ends of this log like a beaver.
Now, do you bring the same one every time or find one on the trail find one? Okay.
So don't hit him on the head.
Yeah. I could see that accidentally.
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown, okay. And obviously a chocolate lab.
He's 7 years old.
Aww.
He's barely 60 pounds.
Yeah, well, if you've given him appropriate exercise, I'm sure that goes a long way to keeping him healthy.
Yeah. And this is the perfect time of the year.
Oh, yeah.
It's just right.
We got to shake off every time? Yep, of course.
Yeah.
You catching your breath? Good boy. Yeah, so if you canoe out here, the boathouse is just around that corner on the right. You canoe out to the bridge we're fixing to come up on and back. I see a heron out there behind the pylon. You know, it's not the farthest canoe ride, but it's not the shortest one either. And I rent the canoes here by the hour. I'm sure there are a lot, I think they have paddle boats too, and a John boat maybe. No, probably not the John boat here. They have the John boat at Lake Wheeler. Lake Wheeler's bigger. Yeah, I don't like seeing these lost kitty signs. There's been several of them. I'm sure Don didn't notice them, but yeah. Oh wow, that kitty's pretty. Last seen on September the 1st. 10-pound long-haired female Maddie will not let you approach. If seen, please call us. That makes me very sad that Maddie's missing. Yep, absolutely. I have the phone number in the video. I probably should have taken a picture, but there's posters all down the trail. We've passed several. Yeah, I think the thing we mostly have to remember about coming to walk over here is that we just don't come on the weekends. It's not bad today at all with too many people or the parking situation. We just come on weekdays. It's good. So this is roughly the halfway point. If we wanted a really short walk, we'd turn around there. Let's see, how far have we come so far? We've come 0.73 miles. Yeah, so we probably, by the time we get to the boathouse and turn around, we're going to get 2.5. I mean, it's a lot of shade here. It's really nice. New sign with frogs.
But I don't like pickled frogs.
Pickerel frog.
Oh, pickerel frog. Oh, I certainly don't want any pickerel frog.
Yeah, I think those might be some of the ones that we have in our creek. And of course we have the green tree frogs too. Let's see, are there more on the other side? There's sure, well, there's turtles on the other side. Eastern box turtle, painted turtle, and yellow-bellied slider. Very neat. I hadn't seen this particular display before.
Yeah, that sign doesn't look super old.
Yeah, I think it's relatively new. So, mallard ducks, male and a female. Wood ducks, which would be what the little duck boxes are out in the water, and American black duck, which I'm not as familiar with and may have thought sometimes were female mallards. Huh. Yeah. Interesting. There are a lot of ducks here on the log. They're just hanging out over here. This is a bald cypress tree. You see the pretty fluffy feathered, I'm gonna say leaf, but that's not really the right word. And what's going on the other side of the sign? Fish. Channel catfish. And bluegill and largemouth bass. Okay. A lot of people fish here. Alright, they do have john boats and canoes here. No kayaks though. I've been out here before. I think it's a lot of fun. I got my first taste of canoeing on, I'm going to say it was the Missouri River when we were visiting friends in Oklahoma back in 1979, and I've loved canoeing ever since. We're going to make a pit stop here. Ice cream next to your red worms.
It sounds good.
Great. Gotta have it all covered. Yeah, I knew they had, you know, they have some programs here for the kids, so they have some of the turtles and things inside here. It's changed a little bit since I was in here the last time. Ooh, what kind of snake? Northern pine snake. He's pretty. Never seen one of these outside in the yard. I guess according to the map here, we're on the fringe area of where their habitat is. Who else we got? I'm sure we got a copperhead in here somewhere. Well, there's a sign, Donnie. Do the kid thing. It's a king. It's a king snake. He's black with rings. We have seen these in the yard, but normally not. Who we got over here? A hedgehog that's hiding. An eastern box turtle that I also don't see right now. A corn snake, not to be confused with a coral snake. And I see his tail sticking out of the habitat back there, but you can't get a good look at him.
Yeah.
This is another corn snake. These snakes are good for kids if they're gonna hold one. They're very docile. They make good pets. Sorry. Milk snake Ellie, huh? Also not to be confused with a coral snake. I do not see
Hides really well.
Ellie.
There it is. They're back in the
Oh, but
corner.
look at this guy. Now, the only hognose snake I've ever seen was all like a brown color. Huh. He is not native. That's western, so that must also be why he didn't look like the one in my yard.
Way back on the back wall.
Oh, I see. I can see.
I don't know if your camera's seeing it.
Yeah, I don't know, but I see the snake now. Box turtle Stella. Don't see Stella. And a black rat snake, which is what we see in our yard all the time. Part of him is right there.
Yeah, that's actually getting pretty big.
Yeah, he's very thick, so I'd like to see him in the pouch with his head sticking out. That would be cute. Michelle would be digging the taxidermy. There's quite a bit of it in here. Alright, we're standing up here on the porch looking back from the direction that we came. They stopped canoe rides on September the 2nd. Just totally sucks. I get not letting us out there when it's actually cold, but the water's not cold. At least that's this lake's policy. I don't know that that's everywhere. Large river birch tree. There are several interesting varieties of hydrangea. That's not your standard hydrangea with that type of flower. Several Sasanqua camellias. Slightly smaller leaf. Beautyberry. A smaller dwarf variety, maybe over the one that I have. This might be like a limelight camellia or something. Looks a little dry. And there's albelia. I was thinking spirea, but that's albelia. Oh. They have been known to have some nice flowers here. This is a multi-purpose building, wedding receptions, baby showers. We decided we're just going to make the loop today and not turn around. I have seen more flowers here before. So this area wasn't replanted as much this year, or the drought killed stuff back or something. Shrimp plant. Got this little shrimp-like flowers on it. Cool. There's a little bit of salvia, red salvia spikes in there. I actually don't know what this is. Allium? I have to think about it. And that tree's not looking too good. Looks like it really suffered during the drought, and I don't know what it is either. It's got some false indigo underneath it. Down at the bottom there's a crepe myrtle, southern magnolia, dogwood. Lots of barberry and liriope.
Variegated.
Yeah. John knows way more about plants than he ever wanted to know. But you know what? It's all fair because I get batteries and climate and energy stuff, and I gotta, you know, honestly, it's just as much in the other direction, if not more. So when I chatter on about plants, it's good for him. It's good for him.
I suppose.
It's good for him. Well, I suppose that there have been. There you are.
I'm in the shade.
Oh, is that why you got right there?
Here,
I was going to say, I'm sure there have and are bald eagles here. They generally love to fish around the dams.
Yeah, I'm trying not to be in the cobweb.
Yeah.
I'll still be in the shade.
And we herons and egrets. Let's see what it says on the other side. These signs are new. I think they did a good job. Red-tailed hawk. We certainly heard one of them coming around the trail. He was loud today.
Yeah.
And barred owl. But as you know, we have red-shouldered hawks here too. Yeah, and this whole area here was redone. I guess it's probably been 2 years now, but this is where they made it so you don't have to go up on the sidewalk over the bridge. Well, even back in the day, it's a new bridge. The bridge didn't have the large sidewalk either. Well, that surely is a pretty little spot. We're almost to the footbridge, the new footbridge, and the hill. It's all fun. It's all fun and games until the other side of this footbridge. You can see the car traffic bridge here, and it's really not a big deal to walk out there on that because, like I said, the sidewalk is pretty wide. But why do that when you have this great bridge? And we're really only, what, 8 miles from our house at the most?
Yeah, something like that.
It's not really far.
Not super far.
It's just barely into Holly Springs out of Fuquay. There's the hill, and we understand it doesn't look super impressive here, but it goes on and on and on, like all the way back to the parking lot, and we're not that close yet.
And it stays steep the whole way.
Yeah.
It's not an easy hill. As you can see, it's actually getting steeper as we get around this curve.
Yeah.
It's a serious height.
I guess it's like walking our driveway, but add a few feet.
Yeah, a few.
Yeah. Are we there yet?
I don't think so.
Well, and the thing is, too, is it comes at the very end of the walk.
Yeah.
When you're just sort of ready to be done.
Yeah.
You don't start out with this. And that's the steepest part of it, but it's still all the way uphill to the parking lot. Oh, God.
Glad you think that was the steepest part.
No, it's not the steepest part.
I don't remember that being. I just remember there's several very steep parts.
Right. Well, those people got off their bikes and are walking them up over there. I totally understand that. Oh, God. Don's reached out to offer to help tug me up the hill, but I'm got the camera in my hand. I saw his hand reach out twice to his girl.
Rolling up.
Yeah, it's interesting how this trail goes through these people's yard. Well, they've got some really, really, really red coleus. And is that pentas there? I think so. It looks pretty. It's a nice combo. And some lantana, the yellow stuff. Down low is lantana. Okay. I'm not stopping.
I know you're not.
I'm not. But there's a whole nother section of uphill over here.
I said.
And I've had all I want now. There's Jules, but we're going to behave.
We're going to behave.
And we're going to finish walking around. Even though other people cut through over there. Like we said, we don't come here more often because parking is really a challenge a lot of times, and you can't start and end the walk without at least one serious hill.
Yeah.
That hill's as bad or worse than the golf course.
Yeah. It's just not quite as long as the golf course. The golf
Right.
course is longer.
Well, I've had my hit today.
Yeah, that was a hit.
High intensity interval training.
You definitely got your heart rate up there.
Yeah, well, I looked one time and it was at 143, but I'm sure it was up in the 160s for the steepest part of that hill. I told Don if we ever decide to go anywhere on vacation where we're going to be walking 25,000 steps a day, we're going to have a 2-week training leading up to the vacation where we go to the golf course every day and we start out without weight vests and end with weight vests to get me able to walk extreme mileage. You know, I think training for vacation where you're going to be doing way above average walking is a good idea. Especially if you're going someplace that's not flat.
Yeah.
Oh, this sign is about lizards. Green and knoll, 5-line skink, and broadhead skink. And I am well familiar with all of these guys.
Yeah.
The knolls are easy to catch barehanded. The 5-line skink, no way too fast. At least for me. And here's our ruby-throated hummingbirds and plants that attract. Wild columbine, and coral honeysuckle, and cardinal flower. That's the one in the middle. We had some of this coral honeysuckle in our yard. It accidentally got trimmed. I'm hoping it's going to come back. My furry godmother pet sitting. Pretty cute. Yeah, so you can get a picture of what the lake looks like here. It almost looks like the state of Florida minus a little bit off the peninsula. Kind of cool. And my route never started for Pogo, but Don's did, and he got a medal for completing a new route that he'd never completed before, and you do have to walk around. That was I guess we kept going for 2 reasons. One was to finish Don's route.
Yeah.
And we've got 2 miles and 77 minutes in, and we got a lot of errands to do. So, and plus I might make him walk tonight anyway. So, you know. Yeah, the only purpose of coming to the Southwest Wake landfill today, which is the actual landfill, not just a convenience center, is to drop off lithium-ion batteries, AA batteries, stuff like that. They don't take that at the convenience center. And they have a process here. You drive through and pop the trunk, and you're not supposed to get out of the car, and the guy comes over and he'll fuss at you, and they'll take the batteries. We have a couple of batteries too that we pulled out of the recycle thing after seeing them just get thrown in the back of a garbage truck to not be disposed of properly, and we're also putting them in the appropriate disposal area. I don't know why people will not come over here with their stuff. Could it be any easier than this, really? Yeah, so they'll take oil and antifreeze, electronics, white goods, scrap metal, pallets, batteries, empty paint cans. There's a Mach-E over here. See, you know, if you're gonna drive electric, you're probably willing to properly dispose of your crap at the landfill. I'm just saying.
The one thing I would add is it's almost better to come here without your household trash if you're taking this type of stuff. Because again, they don't want you to get out of the car. You need to have it where you can pop the trunk or something like that. Whereas if I'd had had my normal household trash in the GMC, it would have been very difficult to have that stuff just waiting for them to grab easily. I mean, I could have rearranged stuff after dropping off my trash over here, but then that means I had to deal with it. So that was part of my logic change yesterday when I was going to come up here with the household trash and everything. And I remember when JB and I came here last time, when JB was back in June, what a pain in the butt it was to go over, because I had to literally take all my stuff that they wanted out, then take the trash out. Now, I guess you could go over there first, but again, you're sort of depending on them to root through the stuff to find the stuff that they're after. So my recommendation is you just make a run for that particular area or a run for your household trash.
I'm in Target where everything is fun. Well, they have set out all of the candy, but not the costumes yet. They still have the school supplies up, but there's plenty of candy. Well, I can't find one Lego minifigure here either. They have the poly bags, which Target is kind of known for having an excellent selection of, but no minifigure pouches. Not that I can find anyway. Impressions of Target today. Oh, there's a Y towing a small U-Haul trailer. Fun Halloween stuff, but not all the Halloween stuff yet. Not one stinking Lego locked up or open of the minifigures. So that's Walmart and Target now. I don't know if they didn't get them. I can't find them. They haven't put them out yet, or they sold out. Maybe there's another option, but probably one of those 4 things. I don't know. Yeah, there was lots of cute stuff in the Halloween up front in the dollar area, and I got a little black cat pillow, and then they had 2 hand towels for $5 that were Halloween decorated with black kitties on it that I really like, so I bought those. I did not think $2.50 for a nice velour hand towel was, I thought it was a better price than Kohl's. And let's see what else. Oh, they were giving away, they were handing out samples of Samuel Adams Oktoberfest beer. So where else can you go and look at overpriced home goods and get a sample of beer all the same? Don's driving here, by the way, hasn't put it in FSD yet, just saying. That was a tricky little turn there, and he was trying to make the light. But anyway, I enjoyed that little taste of beer. I'll stick to my cider though, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I could have got through a bottle, but you know. And they had some nice crafts, Halloween and autumn crafts, like in the party wrapping section stuff. So yeah, we're at Lowe's Home Improvement now, and really pretty, very fall looking. I would need a couple of big cement slabs for underplant pots, so that's why we're here. They're playing my namesake song in the background, and they definitely have a very nice Halloween setup here. Very nice. Somebody definitely put some thought into it, and it looks great. This is what we came here for, and they only have 1 and it's damaged, and I wanted 3. Here's the other half of their Halloween display set up for picture taking. Okay, come on, get in there. I want you to stand over there so I can get your picture. You can sit like a little kid. Have you got your truck? You got your truck? Well, hopefully Lowe's has a few less scary things. I mean, I understand some of the crowd wants super scary, but how about some not scary mixed in? I don't know. Wow. I mean, really, where do you... You know, I got stuff, but seriously, where do you store that in the off season? First off, it's $400, and where do you store it? Like, I guess if we put it at one end of our house, it goes, I'm sure it comes in multiple pieces. It probably comes in a box and takes somebody several hours to... Yeah, well, I guess it comes in a box, and then you need somebody like Don to put it together for you. I guess that's what it is. Oh, look at the kitty cat with the crocheted little pumpkin on his head. Oh my goodness, that's pretty cute, pretty cute. And this guy has OD'd on candy. Oh my goodness. Very cute gel clings, but I am basically full up for this year. And I don't even see a black cat. I don't know, the glow in the darks are tempting. Okay, you can't say they don't have anything cute. The little Saint Bernard carrying the pumpkin head in particular is pretty cute. The computer says there's a whole pallet of 200 and they can't find it. And I think the last time we were here, which was 3 weeks ago, and it was empty. I didn't ask him to look for it that time. And I looked at the guy and I said, I need you to get some more in. Like, not just have it say you have 200 for the next month and not either find it or order more. I need you to restock it. I somehow think they missed that though.
So the solution sweet peas, you order it online, that'll make them go dig it out.
I'm gonna do that.
I know.
Because I can afford $16 or whatever it was, $5 a piece plus tax hung up with them to... And I don't need them today, and we can drive back over here when they finally tell me it's ready or they can't fulfill. Next up is Kohl's and Don's Amazon return. FSD has essentially stopped us underneath the railroad track arm. Maybe the wheel's not touching the tracks, but it's in an inappropriate stopping point for this railroad crossing. Amazon return here was unboxed, don't need to box it, and free. If we'd gone to UPS, it was going to cost us $1. Amazon and UPS don't talk nice anymore, but that was a heck of a lot more convenient for us. That's the extent of the Halloween stuff they have out so far, and I'm not tempted. There is a lot more autumn stuff over here in the home goods section, but yeah, lots of pumpkins and artificial flowers and pillows and wreaths. Okay, Kohl's has them, and the little scan code is not, I repeat, not blocked. I got 2 of the Lego minifigure witches and several others of the Dungeons and Dragons I wanted. I did not get all of them. I don't care about all of them. I don't care about a complete set of all 12 of the new ones. I mostly wanted the ones I thought would look great in my villages or my scenes or whatever. So anyway, yay for Kohl's. Then they had a 20% coupon off today, but of course Lego is excluded from the 20% off, so it didn't buy me anything. And I did find the Halloween stuff. It was all up by the door that I didn't go in. So I saw it on the way out, but I found one black kitty hand soap thing that I picked up, and then the rest of it was just, you know, fine anyway. You got to walk all the way to the back of the store for the Amazon returns. I'm sure it's quite effective. I'm showing you these pretty trees over here. I stopped prior years to take pictures of these berries. They're really pretty. Anyway, all else I was going to say is that you know, I'm not a super huge Kohl's fan, and today didn't change my mind. Exclude my coupon, make me walk to the back, but I was happy about the Lego. Alright, we're headed out to Willow Springs now, pick up packages at Michelle's house, and then we have one more stop to make it Harris Teeter for a chicken, but that's on the other side of the road and on the way back through town anyway, so. But it's 3 o'clock, we're getting wore out now.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
now you've just been sitting here in the AC.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you very much.
We're over here in Willow Spring now, almost to my old house, on our way to Michelle's house to pick up packages. The delivery guy did a good job. Michelle says he put it behind the topiary, the one we got at Guardian Angel last year, the big one. Anyway, she's got multiple packages waiting on a pickup, so we're gonna go put them in our car in a secure spot. She says she can wait till next Thursday to get them, or I'll meet her in town before then. There's another Mach-E. That's like the 3rd one we've seen today. Yeah. So where the heck are Porter's pumpkins? Yeah. I can't talk Donnie into stopping for mums and pumpkins if there aren't any mums and pumpkins out. Really just wanted ice cream.
Actually, I thought it was the ice cream that I was looking for.
I wanted ice cream. I am very much in the mood for it. So I'm making Dawn circle our favorite parking lot because there's an EV that I haven't seen before and I don't know what it is.
It's a Subaru.
It is. It says EV. I mean, it's very clear. Can you go circle around to the back side of it? I need to see the butt now. There's also a Lightning over here that we went past. Haven't seen a Lightning in a while.
Well, that is that's the Toyota that is being made by
Subaru Solterra.
Yeah. It's
a Solterra is what it is. All right.
But it's based on the Toyota one that nobody likes. I forget, but there is a technology partnership between Toyota and Subaru. The Japanese government told Toyota they need to work with Subaru because Subaru doesn't have the money to do a EV development, so they're sort of doing a cost sharing type thing.
Okay. Aren't you proud of me? I spotted that coming around the corner, like I can, you know.
Absolutely, sweet pea.
Kind of like a dog can sniff out a milk bone.
That's right.
Make that 4 Mach-E's today. Mach-E parked next to the red Y. Here comes Don. I didn't have time to text him ready. He just saw me coming. I decided the porterhouse steaks at Harris Teeter were too tempting. We'll have the leftovers tomorrow. Hand towels I got at Target. $5 for both of them, and they're both the same quality. They're both the velour sort of feeling. Thought $2.50 each was fair. At Kohl's, it's like $8.99 on sale for two, and the front one is a nice towel, and the one behind is not a nice towel. It's a cheaper kind of fabric. Maybe the difference is between hand versus dish drying. I don't know, but anyway, I want them like this, so I like those. They're nice. While I wait for the chicken to cool so I can debone it, I'm going to work on the clock piece that goes in here. It's gotten late at 7:30. I'm tired. So the white that's supposed to be the bottom of the C has double the thickness of the top of the E. I could easily have done this too, but I didn't do this time, and should I tear it apart to fix it? I guess I kind of have to, but I don't wanna. I did get the C done. I'm missing 3 of these minifigure swords in the black. It's kind of hard to see it, but it's a long blade and 2 short blades. The one on the other side is missing, and then hi Stripe, I love you. Let's try this again. I'm done. I need 3 more of these sword minifigure weapons. They go here, here, and then the other side. I need 1 big wedge piece that's missing on this side, but it's complete on this side. I have, but need to pull out 2 of these gold studs. They go inside here on the big screen theater thing. Of course, the stickers. And I put in this clock, which looks great, but it's supposed to just be like a gold dome. I don't know that I care about that, but these other things have to be fixed. Can't deal.